It's definitely been a crazy week if you follow Alberta provincial politics, and especially the PC leadership race that the first vote last weekend was really surprising to a lot of people, myself included. I thought that I said in the last post that I thought Ted Morton would be in the second ballot, and he was not. So I was dead wrong, and actually that kind of concerns me. Not that the party had it wrong, is that I think that there's a bigger divide in the PC party than we realize. The reason I think that is that none of the typical conservative voters that came out in the 2006 election um, came out in the same numbers this time. And you got to ask yourself as a party why. Did they all leave? Are they all gone to the Wild Rose, or do they just don't care anymore? Because it can't just be about Ted Morton, because there was other options. So I find that interesting, and I think that starting to tell the tale of the party that I support as a PC member. But I guess we're going to have to wait and see what happens going into the next vote. I was also pleasantly surprised that I learned that as a PCA member, I learned that you can speak your mind freely as long as you don't talk about Alison Redford's camp in any such negative way. I did a quick tweet on earlier this week, Monday or Tuesday, and just saying that I was shocked by the negativity that I was seeing on Twitter with the retweets and the tweets, and bashing the other candidates that didn't make it for endorsing Marr. And for a campaign that's all about change and unicorns and butterflies and renewals from within, I found it shocking that they were just in such full force. It was almost like it was a strategy, and there were certain talking points that you saw over and over and over. And I thought, well, it's interesting, and I think that's something that bloggers will need to take a look at and analyze going forward. But I was shocked that a lot of my fellow party members would be so um, angry over a generic tweet like that. But the intentions are high, and a lot of them I consider friends, so I let it go. But it did leave a bad taste in my mouth, and seeing that I would never vote for the Northern Alberta candidate, it kind of leaves it between two votes now for the other vote. So that was interesting. The getting back to that, the endorsements, I found it shocking that found it so shocking that they would actually Griffiths, Orman, and Marr would actually go over to Gary Marr's camp. But I guess everything would have been just fine if either of those candidates would have went over to Redford or Horner's camp, because that would have been okay probably. But I guess you got to spin it how you spin it. So that's just the way it is. The other thing that I find interesting is that I'm surprised and kind of positively surprised that Gary Marr um, is willing to has shown rather that he's willing to look at different views and accept all different political stripes in the party, which is positive for somebody like me, because I don't know where I was going to park my vote, and that to me is a big thing. If there's no room for the conservatives in the Progressive Conservative Party, well then that kind of leaves a lot of people like me wondering where we are going to vote and that, and it just creates a big divide in the party, which needs to be fixed. But it would appear that at least Gary has the capacity to and the open mind to show that he's willing to work with all views, and let the conservatives at the table and have a say in this government. And to me, that's positive. And a lot of people spun it that they're just after government jobs and cabinet posts rather, and that's all they care about. But I'm a lot of, maybe that's part of it. Could be. Who am I to say what the individuals are thinking? But at the end of the day, if you are part of the government and your views are important to you, I mean, why not partner up and have a big tent party, as they like to call it? And I think it's positive for the party. I think Gary's the only one that's showing that he can work with all views, and perhaps the other candidates, they don't support the more conservative views of the party. So anyways, that's interesting. We're going to see what's going to happen this week and over the next week as well, heading into the next vote. And I'm sure that there's going to be a lot more drama, and it's finally getting interesting. And I hope that it stays a little positive, and that we have some solid policy, And if you didn't vote last time, make sure you get out and vote. You know, I talked to some people, and they're pretty passionate about this campaign, but they're not only are not PC party members, but you know, they didn't the ones that didn't get out to vote, which I found disappointing. So I think it speaks to a bigger issue, and I hope that people much smarter than me can address that going forward. So be sure to vote, and I'm really interested to see what the other bloggers in Alberta are going to have to say about this going forward, and look forward to it.